Hello, in this video, we are going to learn how to submit a change request via eBuilder with American States Utility Services. First, we're going to review the workflow for a change request. First, the subcontractor can initiate a change request in eBuilder. The request would be to change, add, decrease to your scope. You will be able to attach applicable proposal documents. And keep in mind that if a change request does become a change order, you will not be able to invoice until the change order documentation is signed and approved in eBuilder, and you will receive a notification once it is approved. After the subcontractor initiates a change request, it will automatically be sent to ASUS for review. So the capital project supervisor will review it, or they can request revisions if needed. If this change request is not going to move forward with the change order, it will be voided and filed in our system. If it is going to move forward to a change order, then it would continue automatically through ASUS for approval. Once it is going to be a change order, you will receive from your subcontract administrator the change order documentation. That documentation would need to be signed. And as soon as it's signed, it would be uploaded into eBuilder and the change request would be approved. Again, after that approval is given, then you would be able to invoice on those change line items in your payment application. Now we are going to look on how to complete this action in eBuilder. The first step would be to log into eBuilder. You will go to gov.e-builder.net and enter your login credentials. If at any point you have any questions on how to log into the system, feel free to contact an ASUS representative and we will be able to assist you. Once you are logged into eBuilder, you will be on your home page. There are two ways to access the change request process. The first would be on the left-hand side of your page. You can access it via the Quick Start menu and select Change Request. The other option is to use the Processes tab at the top of your page. You will click on the blue tab called Processes, and then on the right-hand side of your screen, you will use this drop-down menu to view the projects that you have access to and that you have contracts with. You will select the project from the list that you want to start a change request for. And then once you are on the next page, you will go to the far right side of your screen and select Start Process. From here, you will have a list of processes that you're able to start. And we are going to select that we want to start the change request process. At the top, you will enter in your change request title, and a change request description. You will then be able to upload your new proposal, and you could simply drag and drop the file that's saved on your computer, or you can select the Browse Computer button and find the file on your computer by selecting Browse, finding your file, and then clicking Upload. You will then be also asked to enter in the number of days that this change will be impacted on the contract. It may be a 0-day impact, it could be 7, it could be 150 days. So enter in the number of days. You will then see in the blue section instructions on what to do next. You will be asked on the Commitment Change Details area to select a commitment from the drop-down menu. And this is going to be your existing contract number, and contract value will appear on the list. And the page will refresh. You will be asked to enter a date of the change, which is typically the day you're going to be submitting your change request, and then also a reason code from the drop-down list. You then have two options. If you're having a change to existing line items, what you will need to do is select add all existing items. This is going to bring in every line item from your contract. If you only want to change one line item or don't want to see all the lines, you can certainly select Add Existing Item. Once you select Add All Existing Items, the page is going to refresh and it's going to bring in the schedule of values from your current contract. As you can see, this sample contract has 7 line items. You'll be able to see the description, your retainage percentage, the current contract amount, your current quantity, and the unit of measure, as well as the unit cost. What you will need to do is enter in your change quantity or amount, and then it will auto-calculate. For example, if you want to make a change on line 1, the current quantity is 50, and we need 50 additional linear feet, you would simply select the pencil button and type in 50. And then when you move your mouse over to the change amount, it's going to auto-calculate that based off of the unit cost on that line item. And you can continue to do this for any lines that you need to change. For example, in line 2, if you need to reduce the quantity, you no longer need the 25 of this line, you can simply enter in a minus to enter in your deduction. And you will see that value continue to roll over. At the bottom of the commitment change items grid, you will see a gray bar for your totals column. In this specific example, our current commitment, our current contract value, original contract value was $42,300, and we are requesting a change, which in this case is a deduction of $9,450, which is then going to bring your net commitment contract amount down to $32,850. If you need to add additional scope and add another line item, you're going to scroll down to the Add Additional Scope Commitment Items section. The item number is going to auto-populate, and you can leave that as is. You are going to be requested to select an account code, so click your mouse on the Please Select a Line item and enter in subcontractor cost. At this point, you can remove this description and enter in the description of your new item. You can enter in the retainage percentage if you need, if this is going to be different than your current contract. You will then enter in your unit of measure using the drop-down menu. You will enter in the unit cost for that line, as well as the change quantity. And then when you move your mouse to the change amount section, it will auto-calculate based off of the unit cost and the change quantity that you entered. And then you will be able to select the Add button. Once you select the Add button, you will see that row 8, your new line item, your new scope is added to the grid. If you've made any errors, you can then update them accordingly. You do not need to worry about the commitment item section. This is an ASUS created commitment item number that we provide for each line item, and this will be updated at a later point in this process by an ASUS team member. Feel free to just focus on your description as well as your change quantity and change amount. If you made an entire error on this line, you're more than welcome to delete it and start over under this Add Additional Scope Commitment item. As you continue to scroll down, you will see some examples on adding, removing, or moving, changing quantities around for your contract. After you've updated your grid with all of your change amounts and or added any additional scope, you can scroll to the top or the bottom of the page and click the Submit button. After you click Submit, it will automatically go to an ASUS team member for review. If they have any questions, they may send it back to you for revisions. Otherwise, if the change request looks good, they will then move it forward for the change order documentation, which you will need to sign, and then afterwards, this will be approved in eBuilder, and then your new change or additional scope line items will then appear on your payment application process for you to invoice. If you have any questions on the change request process, feel free to reach out to an American States Utility Services team member, and we'd be more than happy to assist.